Hello everyone, welcome to the episode of Whiteboard series. In this episode, we are going to learn about a new method called as garbage method. So this method is also used in Advaitha, that is Neti Neti method, that is rejecting everything. So how to practice this method? So let us learn how to practice this using the example of Arun. So Arun was a boy who was brought up in Uttar Pradesh, and he was always told by his parents that he has to get a good job, then get married, then make children. So he was always forced by his parents to study well, get good job, like how all normal parents would. But the difference was Arun had a problem of overthinking. That is, always whenever he used to talk with someone, he used to write any exams, he used to chat with someone, he would feel lot of emotions, lot of thoughts going on in his mind. That is, his thoughts would never stop. It would always think of all the scenarios. For example, let's say he showed an assignment to his teacher. So he would always think, how would the teacher feel? Does the teacher like him? So he was always thinking about how others would think of him. Even whenever he posts anything on Instagram, Facebook, he used to feel, am I good enough? Are my friends going to watch this post? How are they going to react? So he used to think a lot. That is, his thoughts would never stop. And that's why he used to face anxiety attacks, panic attacks. Whenever he had exams, whenever he had job interviews, he used to face a lot of panic attacks. And he also was not able to talk with anyone. That is, he was not able to talk with his own friends. He didn't have any girlfriend because he was not confident enough to speak with anyone. He used to always overthink about everything. Now Arun turned 25. Now he is unemployed. That is, after his graduation at the age of 21, 22, he didn't have any job because every interview he would get nervous and he would not be able to answer correctly any of the questions. And that's why he didn't pass any interviews. He didn't get any job and he was unemployed for 2 years. And his parents were always forcing him to get a job, get married, get children, etc. Now Arun is in trouble. That is, his thoughts are not stopping, his worries are not stopping. He's always in some thought or the other. So he was facing a lot of problems. So he went to a temple. Let's say he went to a Vishnu temple. So once he went inside the Vishnu temple, he asked the priest that he's facing this problem. He's not employed. He doesn't have any marriage proposals. So he told all his problems to that priest. And that priest replied, saying, practice brahmacharya, practice bhakti on Vishnu or Krishna, practice sattvic diet, that is without onion, garlic, non-veg, and all the rajasic and tamasic items must be avoided. Only sattvic items, that is vegetarian items, must be consumed except for onion and garlic. So this is what the priest told. The priest told to follow a sattvic diet and also with celibacy, that is brahmacharya. And Arun, thinking everything will be all right, he started practicing that. That is, he had bhakti on Vishnu, Krishna. He started practicing sattvic diet. He avoided all onion, garlic items. He started feeling good. Then he also avoided all kinds of addictions like porn addiction, cigarette, alcohol, everything he avoided. He had a very calm mind. He started chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Narayana, etc. But there was a problem still. That is, he always considered onion, garlic as rajasic, tamasic. He didn't want it in his life. If some onion garlic came by mistake on his plate, he would panic. He would scold the person who put onion garlic on his plate. Then whenever he sees women in sensual clothes, he would run away. That is, he would tell himself that this will break his celibacy and he would run away. Because he was so scared of breaking the celibacy. Because he was so sure that Vishnu or Krishna would be disappointed in him if he ate onion garlic or if he saw a woman and sexualized the concept in his head. So he was so afraid of being disappointed by Vishnu or Krishna. Now Arun got his job. He was having a very good salary because Krishna or Vishnu blessed him with one job for his oath, for his sankalpa of getting rid of onion, garlic, non-veg, alcohol, everything, and also oath of celibacy. So Vishnu, Krishna, that is the causal beings, were impressed and they gifted him with one job. But still, his mind was overthinking. That is, the overthinking Arun never stopped. He was still there. That is, all his worries, maybe regarding spirituality, celibacy, Krishna, happiness, sex, guilt, Instagram, every worry was still there. That is, he was always afraid of eating onion garlic. He was always afraid of breaking his celibacy. So he was always in anxiety. That is, his anxiety never left him. The only difference was Arun got a job, he got married, everything improved in his life except for his mental health. So his mental health was still on the verge of panic attacks. Those panic attacks never improved. So he was thinking, why is this happening? That is, I am following celibacy, I am avoiding onion, garlic, non-veg, alcohol, cigarette, every rajasic, tamasic items, but still why am I facing this overthinking episodes? Then he went to one guru. That is, when he was walking by a smashan, that is cremation ground, he saw a agora. That is, the agora was completely in bliss. He was dancing in ecstasy. So Arun went to him. Arun asked, Aghori Baba, see, I'm facing so many problems. That is, I got married, I got a job, everything in my life is settled, my parents are not forcing me anymore. But still, I have constant thoughts going in my mind. The mind is not stopping. So what to do? Please give me the solution. So the Aghori Baba answered, dump everything in the garbage. He got shocked. Arun asked, what do you mean when telling dump everything in the garbage? Should I dump my wife, children, job, parents in garbage? What do you mean? So the Aghori Baba replied, dump all attachments of this universe in the mind. Then Arun questioned, how to do that? Please teach me. So the Aghori Baba replied, sit with me. So both of them sat together face to face, and Aghori Baba told Arun to close his eyes. Arun closed his eyes and Aghori Baba asked, what is the first thought that you get in mind? Arun concentrated, that is, he closed his eyes and he focused on his thoughts. He got a thought of his parents telling him to buy some fruits and vegetables. So the Aghori Baba replied, dump it in garbage. So then he dumped it in garbage. Then Aghori Baba asked again, what is the second thought that you are getting in mind? Arun concentrated again and he replied, my wife is mad with me. So the Aghori Baba replied, dump it in garbage. Similarly, he told all his thoughts, that is, fear of disappointing Krishna, Vishnu by consuming onion garlic. He was so afraid of onion garlic, he was so afraid of breaking his celibacy that he was always in anxiety. And that is how his mental health was on a toll. That is, he was always overthinking of disappointing others. So the Aghori Baba replied, dump everything in the garbage. So one question was still stuck in his mind. Arun asked Aghori Baba, Baba, how can I dump Krishna in garbage? He has helped me so much. He has given me a job, he has given me a wife, he has reduced all my parents' pressure on me. So how can I dump him? He has helped me so much. So the Aghori Baba replied, Krishna helped you because you had bhakti, that is pure unconditional love. He didn't help you because you had fear of him. So dump that fear of Krishna, fear of Vishnu, fear of all the deities in the garbage. Just have pure bhakti. Pure bhakti means having no thoughts other than Krishna, Vishnu, Shiva, Kali, etc. Pure bhakti means purely concentrating on one deity and none other. So that is why dump everything first, then focus on one deity. So Arun tried that method. That is, he dumped all the fear of the deities, everything in the garbage. All the attachments related to wife, parents, job, everything he dumped in the garbage. Then after dumping all the thoughts in the garbage, there was pure peace, pure bliss. There were no thoughts going on in Arun's mind. And suddenly, his Kundalini, that is the snake in the spine, which carries our primordial energy, started rising. So it kept on rising, and in the Anahata, it got stuck. That is, his love for Krishna was so deep that his Anahata got accumulated with Kundalini energy. Now, Aghori Baba replied, merge with Krishna. You and Krishna are not separate. You guys are one. So he merged with Krishna and his Kundalini traveled more upwards, beyond the Anahata, because he transcended the love for the deities. So it went beyond the Anahata. And in the Rudra Granti, he still had one thought, that is, how to get rid of all thoughts. That was his thought. So his thought was how to get rid of all thoughts. So he was constantly trying to get rid of all thoughts, that is, putting it in garbage. His mind was so fooled that it was trying to dump all the thoughts except one thought, that is of dumping. That is, the dumping in the garbage itself became one thought in his mind. Then Aghori Baba replied, just hear the silence. Don't dump anything. And that is when Arun went beyond the Rudra Granti. Because in Rudra Granti, that is Agna Chakra, he still had one thought going on of dumping all the other thoughts. So that thought of dumping itself was not allowing his Kundalini beyond the Agna Chakra. And that is why the Aghori replied, focus on the pure silence. Forget about all your memories from childhood till now. All the memories, forget about it. But don't do it consciously. Don't forget about the memories consciously. Just focus on the pure silence. That is when Arun's Kundalini went beyond the Agna Chakra. He didn't have any conscious effort in dumping the thoughts. He didn't have any conscious effort in making his mind thoughtless. He just focused on the silence. His mind stopped generating thoughts. That is, Mother Nature, whenever you are inside the Leela, that is of Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, all lokas, Mother Nature ensures that she will pump thoughts according to the loka that you are in. That is, if you are in Bhur Loka, it will be pumping thoughts of food, sex, power, money, etc. Because you are in the Bhurloka and you have to do the duties of Bhurloka. That's why Mother Nature will pump that respective thoughts. If you're there in the Atalloka, Mother Nature will pump thoughts of sex. If you're there in the Vitalloka, Mother Nature will pump thoughts of money. If you're there in Bhurloka, she will pump thoughts of maybe love, money, fame, power, children, parents, etc. So Mother Nature has her own way of pumping the respective thoughts of that loka into the consciousness which has entered the bodies of her Maya. And if you're there in the upper lokas like Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, she will pump thoughts of spirituality, like the bhakti of the deities. But at the end of the day, all lokas, all thoughts comes inside the Maya of Mahavidya Tripura Sundari. So the Mother Universe pumps thoughts to all the consciousness that has entered the Maya. Because whoever has entered the Maya, they are in the game for fulfilling their desires. And that's why she continuously pumps thoughts. So the only way to escape this Maya is by silencing your mind, silencing all the thoughts. Only then your Kundalini will go beyond the Agna Chakra. That is, once you stop thinking, the Kundalini goes beyond the Agna Chakra into the Sahasrara. And that is when you achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So Arun focused on the silence. That is, all his thoughts disappeared. He was in the Samadhi state. That is, first he reached the Savikalpa Samadhi, where the mind was watching this beautiful phenomena. That is, his Kundalini going upwards. So the mind was watching it as if some huge event is taking place. So the Kundalini came to the Sahasrara and his mind was frightened because it was on the verge of dissolution. Once the mind dissolves, once the watcher dissolves, then the Kundalini goes beyond the Sahasrara into the cosmos of the vibrationless Brahman. So before that happened, the Aghori Baba replied, "Open your eyes, Arun." And Arun opened his eyes and surrendered to the Aghori Baba. And he told that, "I'm sorry for not coming to you before. You're a very enlightened being. Please take me as your Shishya." So the Aghori Baba replied, "You yourself are the Guru of this existence. Only you can take yourself out of this existence. Because we ourselves are in control. That is, we have entered this Maya because of our own desires, and we will leave this Maya by sacrificing all those desires. So once we are inside the dream, we will have different kinds of attachments. And to escape this dream, we should get rid of all the attachments by dumping it in the garbage bag." So this is the garbage bag method, where we dump all the thoughts, whatever you get in the mind, but ensure that dumping itself doesn't become a thought. Focus on the pure silence and awaken the Kundalini and experience the bliss of Savikalpa Samadhi. But be cautious, because once the watcher, that is the mind, dissolves, then you reach Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is when you escape this body, mind, everything. The whole samsara is left when you reach Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then you don't know what is going on with Arun. Then you don't know what is going on with the character. But Hanuman in Maruti Gita, he has told that the character will continue even after you reach Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Only the consciousness achieves Samadhi. The body-mind continues. The character Arun continues its life normally. That is, he will go back to his parents, he will go back to his wife, and he will fulfill his duties. So Mother Nature will ensure that the character continues. She'll put some immature consciousness which has not realized into Arun's body. It will have same desires like Arun, same personality, but the only difference is it will not know how to achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So to again achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi, for that consciousness, it has to go to the Guru to learn how to be thoughtless. So I hope this video has brought some light to your consciousness. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.